Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Propagandacast News. Here's update with the fall balance preview. First one is out, and there are several changes, some big, some small, a lot of things being reverted though as well. For the Soviets, Maxim's getting some of its buffs reverted. They were apparently sort of quickly realizing, Maxim spam seems to be on the rise again. Possibly best to look into that by slightly nerfing the Maxim down back again. The eyes do get some changes as well there. Mostly just seems to make some of the abilities a bit more reliable. They got there, and the K1 becomes a bit more expensive in terms of calling points there, command points. So it goes from 8 to 9. So that's a basically smaller change there. For the Wehrmacht, bunkers are now not suicidal to remain in. You'll only now have like a 50% chance of someone dying if they're in a bunker. Whereas previously, if you had units in a bunker and that bunker got destroyed, everybody died. So they've sort of, tried to incentivize actually using bunkers for more than just upgrading, but actually, sticking your head into. So that's a smaller change, well, notable change there actually. Stugs are getting nerfed to an extent, losing a bit of penetration at range. On the other hand, the machine gun becomes cheaper and gets more range as well, so it can actually sort of cover about the same range as an infantry squad now. So it's a small improvement to the Stug there in some ways. Other changes include that the Tiger tank will be slightly slower. The Ostman will have some changes there to its AoE damage. Basically, it'll be more good at range, whereas now sort of just you get up close and do a lot of damage. They sort of want to fix that up. So it's sort of more good at just blasting away from a range. It was one of the issues of the Austrian there. So that's a good change there as well. And then Tiger slightly slower, if I mentioned that. Tiger Ace now also gets some bigger changes. It will now be more expensive up front, but it won't completely kill your economy. Basically, the overall man-pound fuel penalty will be lowered, and it'll only now last 8 minutes. So if you can actually get your Tiger Ace to last beyond those 8 minutes, you're in the clear, basically. Then your sort of penalty goes away and can sort of really begin hurting. So now there's sort of more of an incentive for the opponent to also destroy it. Though, of course, again, it's, less just, call it in. So there are some bigger changes there for the Wehrmacht. The Oberkommand West, Stukas of Rus get some of its changes reverted, some other changes made here and there. Light infantry gun, for example, also basically to make them less amazing until in both cases. For example, the light infantry gun has gotten more expensive. It's basically a bit too easy to spam and just fire away with. So there have been some changes made that sort of rein them in a bit. For the Americans, similarly, the Jackson get some of its change reverted. Apparently thought the range drop was a bit too much, so that's getting reverted, though it's still going to be made a bit less accurate, so it's less effective versus light vehicles. Calliope is also getting some of its changes reverted. In fact, most of the other changes just basically things getting reverted to an extent, like they went a bit too far, and so they're sort of slightly reverting it. So there's not really a lot there. Jagdtiger for some also got some slight changes. The Jagdpanzer's losing, well, become more expensive. They're just heavily nerfing the Jagdpanzer, I think, beyond what is sensible. I mean, it's not like, for example, it sees a lot of usage. So I don't know, I feel like they're just overdoing it at the moment. They just keep hitting away at the Jagdpanzer. I mean, the Jagdpanzer just doesn't actually see a lot of usage in like 1 versus 1s already. So it just feels like they're just excessively hitting it with a really big stick. And it's not like with the Stug nerf they're doing a lot to make, Wehrmacht tier 4 a lot more palpable. So I feel like they're just sort of hitting away at the Germans for no particular reason, while not exactly, hitting some of the more allied silly bits at the moment. So it feels a bit excessive in some ways. It feels a bit excessive and perhaps to an extent one-sided. Also, Firefly Tulips won't be doing as much damage to infantry. But beyond that, again, not really a huge set of changes there otherwise. Again, it's mostly just the Germans sort of get the big noticeable changes there, I feel. And again, most of them are just sort of nerfs. So there you go. That is your weekly update here on the balance preview for fall. I'll, of course, update you once more changes come, which will likely be next week. So thank you all for joining in. Hopefully this has been helpful for you keeping track of what's happening. And I'll probably, again, forgotten some details. I always do. So thank you all and see you all next week. Cheers.